Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm wearing my Black Panther shirt. Wakanda forever, baby. And did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. We're gonna discuss Ryan Coogler's original idea for the Black Panther sequel, which essentially is coming out Friday or Thursday. It's coming out this week. Anyways, sometimes the greener grass on the other side isn't just a perspective thing. Black Panther Wakanda Forever director Ryan Coogler told in first what the superhero sequel was going to be about before Chadwick Boseman passed away, and it sounds like a much more interesting movie. The tone was going to be similar, and this is in Coogler's words. The tone was going to be similar. The character was going to be grieving the loss of time. You know, coming back after being gone for 5 years. As a man with so much responsibilities to so many, coming back after being forced 5 years absence. That's what the film was tackling. He was grieving time he couldn't get back. Grief was a big part of it. Okay. So it sounds like grief. In terms of this version that we're getting, based on the trailers and the other version, grief was going to play a factor regardless. You know, I'm in the camp where recasting Black Panther might have been the better choice, in my opinion. Anyways. That sounds very cool. Having T'Challa deal with the snap, I'm not calling it that explicably stupid name they came up with. What do they call it again? What do they call the snap again? They called it the blip, which was a snap that took out like half the universe. Okay, but having T'Challa deal with the snap from the perspective of King, who's responsible for the whole country, will explore the aftermath of Infinity War and Endgame from a different angle. How would Wakanda have moved on since then? Would it even be the same society he remembered before Thanos landed? How much of the past should T'Challa rebuild, and how much of the person he never got to shape should he embrace? How do people who have had half their population wiped out feel about T'Challa opening his policies? Does he even still agree with it? There are a lot of places to take that story. A divided nation, Palace copes with angry Wakandans, T'Challa wondering if he hurt Wakanda more than he helped it. We will never see them because instead of recasting the role, they chose to kill off T'Challa and make the movie about his sidekicks. Which again, like I said, I think they should have recasted. Because that story sounds pretty cool, to be honest. Some things are staying the same, though. Coogler says that the grief theme is now is the new version of, and the new version is similar to the other, only grieving the T'Challa instead of loss of time. So a potentially fascinating new story that builds on one of the most important events in the MCU while focusing on the main characters was swapped for a story we've seen a million times already. But at least we finally get a female superhero, which I think we're morally obligated to say every time there's a new one. And Namor was always the antagonist, which would have fit with the former story as well. Maybe the snap made Wakanda vulnerable, and Namor decided to take advantage of that and wage a war he was more likely to win. That element could still be there, with T'Challa passing being the perceived weakness Namor sees. Dollars to donuts, they tie into him hating women. And it says, do you think the original Story of Black Panther Wakanda Forever sounds better than the new one version. Are you looking forward to the film? It's a coincidence that we're getting a new female Black Panther and a new female Iron Man with Ironheart in the same movie. I'll let you guys answer those questions. I actually dig the older story a bit more. Well, of course, in this case, would have meant recasting. Um, I'm looking forward to this film. Originally I was gonna go see it with my father this weekend, but I got like so much things to do that kind of disables me to see the film this weekend. Um, I know like some people are like hating on the fact that there's a female Black Panther, and I'm like, on one hand, I would have like said loved to have seen T'Challa recast to continue his story. On the other hand, I'm okay with Shuri taking over the mantle of Black Panther because I did hear and read that Shuri did take over the mantle of Black Panther, so that's the reason why I'm okay with it. Um, let's get an Ironheart in here, which is the female Iron Man that they mentioned. I don't know how I feel about that, probably because I honestly don't know much about the character of Ironheart. I mean, does she essentially get, like, in the comic books, does she take on that mantle of Ironheart because Tony Stark wasn't one of her mentors? Like, I don't know that much about Ironheart to really form an opinion about that. All I hope is that they don't fuck her up. same with same with the new. I hope they don't fuck up the Black Panther mantle either. Like, I'm not saying that they will, cause oh my gosh, she's a woman. I'm not saying that because of that. I'm just saying, since they're not gonna do their whole recasting route, I'm hoping that they don't screw up the Black Panther mantle. If that makes sense. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm kind of like torn or split, but for this. But I'm going to see the movie because I do believe in giving movies a shot, their fair shot, and I, even though like, even though I'm not exactly a fan of them killing off T'Challa off screen, I'm still going to see it because I feel like in this scenario, and this is just my feelings, I feel like it would be so unfair for me not to see this movie just because. Oh my god, they didn't recast. They killed off him in the main. They killed off the main star off screen because the actor died. Even though I don't agree with it, I'm gonna watch it, give my review out there. I'm gonna give you guys my raw take on how the movie is. I feel after I see it. So whenever I see it, you guys can expect a review. But with that said, I'm going to jet. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Let me know what you guys think about this article, and I will talk to you guys later. And Wakanda forever, baby. Wakanda forever.